Hi, my name is Bobby Cronin, and I'm one of the Neo 10 writers. I wrote my first show, I think, when I was 8 years old in my backyard, or put it on in my backyard. But actually, composing has become a second career for me. I first started as a director, and I had a great career. Was an associate artistic director of a theater in Vermont called Northern Stage, and I had a company here in the city, and we developed new plays and musicals. And I got an opportunity to take A Christmas Carol and turn it into a stage piece. And in doing so, my hobby of writing music, which I did study at college, suddenly became my passion. And I packed up my directing hat and decided to reinvent myself in the ripe old age of 32, I think, and have been doing it ever since. So, Stephen Flaherty, I fell in love with Once in the Silent when I was in college. I was obsessed with it. I listened to it all the time. And then I found out that he had other shows, now this was way before the internet, and I couldn't find the music to some of his material, so I went to the library at Yale and I pulled out a white pages and I found his address and I sent him a letter. And he wrote me back and he sent me the entire score of My Favorite Year and he signed it. And for me, it was the most important lesson of this was being kind. And I've kept in touch with him here and there throughout the years, and then 2 years ago, I got asked to write something called The Broadway Valentine, which was writing a letter to someone who has really influenced you. And I just always remembered how kind he was to respond and to send me something and to sign it and to tell me to pursue my dreams, and of course that music that he writes is just unbelievable. I think this program is brilliant for so many reasons. First of all, what I love about the York is that they understand the importance of the new and the emerging, that and youth in a way, even though I'm not as young as some of the other writers, but the youthful energy, the new sound, the new voice, the new way to tell a story. Because if we keep just telling the same story in the same way, the art form is not progressing. And for instance, I was at a mixer here with the York that the York sponsored, and it was for people under 35 to talk to the York about projects they're working on, because they understand the importance of continuing the art form. Also, having a mentor for this next year, is just, it blows my mind that this person I so greatly admired and admire, but just on a pedestal, is now someone I can sit and have a drink with and talk about songs and life, and hopefully I don't sound like a fool in front of him half the time. And then I also really like the idea of community. As I said, with the benefit stuff that I do, I think that if we all work together to create, we all have a different voice, but if we all have the same goal, which is to create, we are now being given an opportunity to create. We get to put our work out there, and not just in the concert, but for the next year. We get to continue to develop our work and meet new people, and that is invaluable.
This could be my chance to explore.